Welcome back, folks. Now that we've built a fully functional character controller, we've got an environment going, it's time to actually add some game to our video game. And today we're going to be adding collectibles. If we look at our art folder under Rocky World and Collectibles, we'll see a few different ones. A dagger, a diamond, and a heart. We're going to ignore the dagger and the heart for now. We're just going to use this diamond. We'll use the big diamond one. And we're going to be demonstrating the use of mathematics and physics to evaluate behavior by writing custom collision code. So let's get started. Alright, so in our art folder under Rocky World, under collectibles, we're going to see a series of collectibles, some daggers, some large diamonds, some small diamonds, and some hearts. We're going to go ahead and ignore the small diamonds, the hearts, and the daggers. We're going to focus on the big diamonds. Let's get this set up though. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sprites with those diamonds. So select one, hold down the shift key, select the last big diamond. Then in your inspector, pixels per unit, we're going to change that to 16. We're going to change our filter mode to point, and then we're going to go ahead and press apply. From there, we can go ahead and just take this diamond out here, drag it up. We'll just set it right there. Just pre-stage it above one of the platforms. I'm going to change the name to Diamond, if I could spell diamond properly. Let's try this again. Diamond. Double clicked on it by accident, so it zoomed in and focused on it. Alright. Since there's 7 sprites, it's in its animation, let's go ahead and create the animation for it. Might as well. So down here in our animation tab, press create. Right, and we're gonna make sure we save this in our animations folder. But we don't have a collectibles folder, so let's right click, go to new, go to folder, name it collectibles. We're gonna open that up, and we're gonna just change this name to diamond.anim, and then press save. Now that we've got this set up, we're gonna go ahead and just drag in all 7 of our diamond animations. Now if we press play, it's going super fast. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to come over here and set our sample rate to something like, we'll try to go 24. It's slowed it down a little bit. It's still going pretty fast, so let's choose our diamonds. We'll stop our animation for now, and we're gonna select all of these, and we're just gonna move them out to 2. You can even probably go as far as 3 spaces. I'm gonna just stick with 2. Because I've tried that already, so I already know that it looks pretty good. Didn't mess with it with any other numbers. So now if we press it, we got a nice smooth animation that's going at a relatively decent speed. The last thing we're going to need to do to this thing is we're going to need to add a circle collider on it. So let's go ahead and go to circle collider. We're going to go to add component, type in circle, add your circle collider 2D. Now we're not going to want the character just crashing into this, so we're going to make sure over here where it says is trigger, we're going to click that box, and then we'll be able to do some code so that when the player interacts with it, it just disappears. So before we write the code though, we have a bit of a logic problem. If we just tell the diamond to disappear when something touches it, then that means when an enemy walks into it, or if we end up with putting moving platforms in there, the diamond will just vanish because it'll interact with anything. We need the diamond to specifically know that it was the player who touched it. And we solve this using tags. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to click on the player, and then we're going to come over here to the inspector. We're going to look for this tag option here. We're going to click on untagged, and there's already a built-in player option, so we're going to go ahead and select that. And so now our character is officially wearing a name tag, and the rest of that the rest of the game can read, and in that case player. If you, for instance, wanted to create a tag, you could click on diamond, come down here to add a tag, and then add it that way. And we'll be doing that when we create the enemies, adding tags for them. And so but we'll get into that more once we get to that video. Now it's everybody's favorite time, coding time. Let's click on our scripts. We're gonna right click, go to create, go to mono behavior script, and we're gonna name this diamond, since for right now this code's only gonna be on the diamond. Go ahead and double click on that to open it up, and then what we're going to do is we're gonna add in a bit of code here. We're not gonna need the start or update, so you can delete those. We're gonna replace it with this right here. I accidentally deleted a curly bracket by accident, so let's explain what we just wrote. So on trigger enter to the fires the exact millisecond another object enters our trigger area. Notice the parameter inside the parentheses, collider to the collision. This is a bucket of data that holds the identity of whatever just touched it. Another way that you might see this out in the industry is they'll say other instead of collision. So if the other tag is collision, is just the default standard naming convention that Unity uses. So but basically what it does is inside the method, right, when we apply common programming statements to implement the flow control, we're gonna say if collision, so we're asking a question, did the collision object have a name tag that says player? If the answer is yes, then we're gonna run this code, in which case it's going to destroy the game object that holds this script. In this case, it's going to be the diamond. The destroy function is a powerful tool that completely deletes the object it's attached to from the game world. So in this case, it's going to be a diamond. Some people can use this. You can use this for enemies as well. In fact, we will use it for enemies. Depending on the enemies, I haven't looked at them. If they have animations, we can also apply little things to make it a little more noticeable that they died, like a little bit of a timer, like a delay. So there'll be some fun things that we can do with the destroy. But for right now, let's go ahead and save our script and attach it to our diamond. So go ahead and minimize that, let Unity compile. And let's go ahead and press play. Now, if all goes according to plan, as soon as I touch this diamond, it's gonna disappear. And it didn't. You know why? Because I forgot to attach the script. So let's go ahead and click on diamond, drag the diamond into the diamond inspector. Now let's press play. Let's go ahead over here and look at that. The diamond disappears. It's not on the screen. It's not in the hierarchy. It's completely gone from the game. So because we tagged the player, right, then the on-trigger method fired, and the if statement was found to be true, and the diamond deleted itself from the game. And that's your first official collectible item. There's just one problem. Nobody knows we collected it because we don't have a score. So make sure you save your progress, and in the next video we're going to dive into Unity's user interface system to set up a canvas to display the score counter right on the screen. Keep learning, keep building. I will see you in the next video.